This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to live. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
It is a good day today. It's a beautiful day today. Here's the dance song. Happy Thursday, Deirdre. Pluto, good morning, good
So
morning.
you're in a hurry,
And good morning.
well, you better
Hello. Eugene, all the
We're all
yes.
friends around you.
That
Just join
boss.
the fun.
Arietta,
'Cause if you're in a
our
hurry,
friend,
you're
and
missing the
Seven.
point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. 'Cause it's a beautiful day.
Here's everybody.
Isn't it all? So come on, let's play.
but we've got the heat on inside. It's cold outside.
Forget the luxury
Yeah.
and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Kick back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a
Look at that
dime.
house. Good.
Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
Yeah. Y'all are here.
No, come on, let's play.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thankful Thursday. I know we all have something to be thankful for, right? So first, let's give some gratitude and love to ourselves. Let's do the heart-brain coherence. Touching the heart center. Slow down the breathing. Then we add in that feeling of love, a feeling of compassion, of joy, of remembrance, of a beautiful thought, a beautiful hug, beautiful scenery. After a minute, let's share what our I ams are today. I am worthy. I am enough. I'm excited about life. I'm ready to bring more light into the world. I am grateful to be here in this place that I'm in with all the beauty and with my soul sisters beside of me. I'm honored to be here this morning with all of you who are coming in and finding this amazing place to love each other, to lift each other, and to share some joy in the morning Cuppa JoY. Let's hear what your I ams are this morning. Good morning, Rosalind. Good vibes. Good morning, Linda Lemieux.
Good morning.
Linda says, I am thankful to be in Maine. My soul gets invigorated here. Kathy, I am grateful. I am healthy. I am worthy. Andrea, I am hopeful. I am love. I am peace. Morning, Tammy Fisk. And our Deirdre says, I am a conscious penny inserted into the loafer of existence. Remember those penny loafers back in the day? That was fun. And good morning, Tammy Pleiadian. I'm grateful to be back in the pod, and that is TJ. And Rochelle, good morning to you from Virginia. So good to see you on this morning. Pat Moss, I am positive and confident, so grateful and singing in the morning. Yes, yes, yes. Music. We all have music inside of us. Doesn't matter if you think you have a good voice, a good singing voice or not. Let that music out. Let it play. Because music lifts the vibration faster than anything else. So why wouldn't you sing if you knew that it was raising your vibration? Kathy Caputo, I am grateful that we all live in divine order and right action. I am grateful for this loving, positive group. We're so grateful you're with us, Kathy, and I can't wait to see you in a few days. Jean Lorio says, I am happy to be awake, to be alive, and to be here with my beautiful family. I'm so grateful you're here, Jean. So good to have you back. Charlie Coons, good morning to you. All right. Blue Jean says, I am blessed from this morning's walk in the light. That full moon was so amazing. I'm sure you had lots of light outside when you got up this morning. Yes, it is absolutely beautiful here. And last night, doing a full moon ceremony and looking up and seeing that moon, first seeing it come in from above the trees. And then as we walked out of the place where we were doing the ceremony and seeing it out in the open field, it was just so beautiful to be in the energy of it. All right, I pulled a Kuan Yin card for us this morning. And Kuan Yin's card is the Veil of Shadows. A lotus blossoms from the deep, rich mud into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From this mud, made of water and earth, growth happens and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives in the depth of emotion and the aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. I love this card because it's a reminder that sometimes we need that shadow self. We need that darkness, that the lessons go deeper. The roots go down into that darkness and into whatever challenge or struggle is going on. So we need that to learn, to grow. We need it for our soul growth. We might not think that it's a lot of fun going through those times. I know there's been times when there've been a lot of questions in my own life, a lot of doubts, a lot of insecurities. But through that and through working through that and finding the way to work through it, which is usually with the I am statements, doing the affirmations, helping myself to remember who I am. That's really what the I ams are doing. They're helping us to remember our magnificence, to remember that, yes, indeed, we are worthy. Yes, we can do whatever we set our mind to do. We don't have limitations. We can achieve things that otherwise would look impossible. We call them miracles, but it's our magnificence that is bringing that energy forth. So when we say the I ams every morning, and we say them again at night when we do the chanting show, it's just reinforcing who we are. And as spirit, our soul resonates with that. And it perks up. Just like when somebody calls our name, we pay attention. We look up and we say, oh, somebody sees me. Well, the I ams is your way of letting your soul know that you see who you are, that you see that true you inside of you. So I say, do those I am affirmations as much as possible. You might not believe them at first. It took a while for me to believe some of them, like I am beautiful, I am magnificent, I am amazing. Some of those we don't really hear that all the time, and we don't think in those thoughts all the time. But if we started turning that around, just think of all the things we could accomplish, because then the roots are going deeper inside and they're touching those places where we've been saying for some of us all of our life that I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough for that, I'm not educated enough for that. Whatever that struggle is, that insecurity or that belief, it can be turned around. And it can be turned around by your acknowledgement that you are a spirit, you're a spark of the divine. And as such, yes, you are deserving, you are amazing, you are powerful. So let's see if we have any more I ams. Don't see any. But Jasmine, good morning, good morning. And Pat said, was singing in the car this morning. You're just too good to be true. That was the song. And as I passed the refuge collector, he said, thank you. What good I did to someone without trying. Isn't that beautiful? Pat, I just love that. Thank you for sharing it, because many times we don't know how we have touched someone else. We don't know how much even a smile might mean to somebody. There are many, many people walking around that are not seeing smiles. Maybe they live in a home where everything is always negative, or there may be some abuse going on, or always being put down. You know, being put down mentally is one of the worst forms of abuse, because it keeps going, doesn't it, Linda? It just keeps going in our head long after the person says it. You know, someone can tell you that you're not good enough, and they might not use those words, but the words they use are telling you that you're not good enough. And that can really do a number on you emotionally, mentally, to where you start believing it. Ali O'Shea says, a belief is just a thought we keep on thinking. So if someone is abusing us mentally and emotionally and is telling us how awful we are, or how ugly we are, or whatever they're using to put you down, and we keep hearing that, and it keeps resonating inside of us, it keeps resounding inside of us, rather, and keeps coming up over and over again, eventually that becomes a belief. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. So the way to counteract that is to find that worthiness inside of you. Find that place where you know that you are worthy. And find a place like this where you're safe to come in and be surrounded by love. And nobody here is going to say those words to you. I won't tolerate it, for one thing, but we are a family of love. And when we come in here, that's what we do. We love on each other. We check in. So I'd love for everybody to check in this morning. We have time. Just let us know how you're doing. Let us know if there's something that you need, if there's an encouraging word that we can give to help you through whatever you're going through. So I love this group. I love that we are a soul family. We have really become that over the last, ever how long it's been, year and a half or so. So just really feel it in your heart that you are worthy. You don't take anything else away from the morning show. I want you to always know that you are seen, you're heard, you're acknowledged, and you are worthy. So put that in your cup this morning, along with whatever you have in there. I have tea in mine, and I know Linda's got coffee in hers.
Always.
But let's add in that joy. Let's add in the feeling of being held in each other's arms, where we're safe, we're loved, we're accepted. And, you know, we just have to do that for each other, because this world can be a scary place if we don't have that support. that you don't have to look any further. You've got it right here in all of us. So let's see, Leo. Good morning, Leo. And Leo says, I am inspired to make a difference. There you go. It just takes that little spark of inspiration, doesn't it? And then your soul knows what to do after that. It just comes out. Annie 7, good morning. She says, thank you for all the prayers for Grayson and myself. Things are looking up with his schooling. I'm so glad to hear that. And we're going to continue to keep Grayson and you in our prayers. And I know you had added in a few more members of your family yesterday. And I have them on my list. And he says, I love this amazing, uplifting group as well. Kathy Hand. Kathy says, I love you all. And although I need to walk into work now, I need a special prayer request for my son, Colin. He reached out to me between 2 and 3 a.m., and he is in so much emotional pain. He is grieving many losses in his young adult life. Addiction is only part of it. Pray that he starts listening to his angels and his genuine inner self. We have you and your whole family, including Colin, in our prayer circle, Kathy. We do every day. And to pray that Colin will reach that place of knowing that he is worthy of having love in his life. He is worthy of loving himself. That's the first step. And Penny 7 says, I am chosen. I am anointed with favor. I am the Father's child. I am open to new beginnings. I love that I am. Thank you for sharing that, Annie. And Jean says, just what you believe about your other P, how you love them, admire them, and think that they are beautiful. You are just like that. You are our perfect P. We are all perfect in how we are and what we are. And it may not be our human concept of perfection. It doesn't have to be. We are all perfect in God's eyes. And when we have what we consider to be flaws, that's just a mirror for us to look at. Where do we need to maybe change a thought or habit or behavior? How can we be more comfortable in these human skins that we're walking around in? And sometimes something comes up for us as a lesson so that we can look at those things. We can look at those beliefs, the thoughts that we just keep on thinking, and we can say, why do I believe that? Why do I believe I'm not good enough? And then see if there's any evidence. Is there anything showing me that I'm not good enough? And just really start turning that around, start pivoting away from negative thoughts, pivot away from insecurities, and go into the knowledge of who you are, who you really are. You know, we're here as part of the oneness. We are all coming from the same source. I keep comparing it to the peas in the pea pod because that's really what it is. We have one source, and we're all just little individual peas rolling around in the world and finding our way. And when we find our way together, that makes it more fun. Life should be fun. My friend Bob Miller, who I lost on the physical plane a few years ago, he would text me every day and he would say those words to me. He'd want to know if I was having fun. And then he would share with me, life should be fun. We should be out there swinging on that swing set. We should be running through the fields, playing like kids again. There shouldn't be those thoughts of, I can't do that. I'm an adult now. I can't swing on a swing. Well, yes, you can. Yes, you can do whatever you want to do. So go swing on the swing set and slide down the slide and howl at the moon. Do whatever your soul feels good doing. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Kathy Caputo, I am ready to do and accept all the blessings that God has for me. It's a beautiful place to be, isn't it, Kathy? To feel ready to open up to love. So many times we close out that love. We close off other people saying things to us. Somebody might give you a compliment, tell you how amazing you are or how beautiful you are, and you shut it down. You won't accept it. You're like, who, me? I don't think so. But it is you. It's all of us that are walking around in this family on this earth plane. You are beautiful. You are worthy. Becky, good morning, Becky. Cheers to you as well, honey. And I hope that things are well there in Michigan. I know it's probably cold because it's cold up here in Maine, but I'm so happy that you're here with us this morning, bringing in your bright sunshine. Anna is here. Oksana says, good morning. I am safe. I am supported always. I trust life, and life is always there at every turn. That's right. Wherever you go, there you are. We can't run away from ourselves. Eventually, we run toward ourselves and we get to know who we are and what we're all about. And we start with just a little thought, just a little flame. We start thinking about loving ourselves and letting others into our circle. I know it has been a really tough time over these last couple of years, opening up to people and getting out there and seeing that, yes, there is still life. Yes, there are people that will still hug you and be with you and sit with you and honor you. But let's do that every day. Open up more and more to love. Open up to how we can be more positive in the world, how we can shine our light more. And whether that's your smile, your warm word, your random act of kindness that you do for somebody, whatever it might look like, just open up that door more and more to receive and to give positive energy out into the world. Stats are that one person staying that high vibration, that positive energy of I am enough, I am confident, I am worthy, and I am happy, that one person counterbalances 750,000 other people who don't know their worth, who don't find their happiness and their joy, and they stay in the low vibration, wallowing in anger and in fear, anxieties. So be one of those that counterbalances. Be one of those that shines your light so brightly that it shines through all of that darkness. One little candle can light a whole room. Just one little candle flame. So if your flame inside of you is shining brighter than a candle flame, just imagine what it's doing. Imagine how it's putting out energy into the world. Imagine how that one word from you, that word of gratitude, when you say thank you to somebody and really mean it, that word of encouragement, when you ask somebody, how are you? Make it more than just a trite question, because, for so long now, I think we've gotten into that little thing of saying, hi, how are you? And not really meaning it, not really wanting to know how that person is. It's just a greeting. Let's make it more than a greeting. Let's make those words, how are you, be real. Let's want to know how we're doing. You know, in my past, I've asked people that question, how are you? And it's been met with, do you really want to know? How much time do you have? But that's what I'm saying. If we really want to know, that other person is going to feel it. They're going to say, oh, maybe I can share with you that I'm a little down today. Maybe I can share with you that there's something going on in my life that I'm fearful about or I'm anxious about. So when you're talking to somebody, it could be a stranger, it could be a loved one. When you say, how are you? And really mean it and want to know how they're doing, it opens up a door. It allows them to be seen, to be heard. And maybe nobody else has looked at them at that moment. Maybe nobody is seeing that person cowering in the corner, that person that's afraid to even be in the room with another person. So look at people, really see them today. That's my challenge to you. That's my encouragement for all of us, to not just turn a blind eye if we're picking up on an energy that's fearful or an energy that's insecure, but really see that person that you're around. It could be the person driving in the car next to you. It could be the person in the grocery store that is in front of you or behind you. Or maybe it's your cashier as you're checking out. Really look at them. And when you're talking to that person who's of service, the cashiers, the servers, whatever it might be, and you say hello, hopefully you're saying hello to them, ask them, how are you? And really mean it. They'll know if you mean it. They'll know if it's just a greeting or if it's a concerned question. How are you? And I always try to call that person by their name. You know, most people who are in the service industry do wear a name tag or tell you their name. Call them by that. Make sure they understand that you are seeing them. You're not just taking them for granted. Yes, they're doing their job. But more than that, they're a human being, just walking home just like the rest of us are. And maybe they have things going on with their families or their friends or themselves. So do more than just say hello. Do more than just say thank you. Look at them, look them in the eye and say, I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you for your service. Thank you for showing up. And then give them a word of gratitude. I always have the little gratitude cards with me that I take everywhere I go, and I give them to cashiers. I give them wherever I can. If I meet somebody new, I make sure they get a gratitude card from me. If I go to an event, like what's coming up today, the land blessing, then I take a bunch of cards with me. And yes, we are having a land blessing today at 1:00 right here in Maine. And it's going to be at this beautiful place. It's 50 acres of woods. And we are going to plant a crystal there to send out good energy of love and light, because it's a beautiful organization that's hosting this land blessing. They're called Through the Trees, and they do a lot of good in the community. They work with the children in the community to teach them survival skills and teach them about how wonderful they are, how amazing they are, and how powerful they are. They are really molding these children to become better adults and to understand themselves more and thus understand our world more. So I see it is time for our prayer requests. If you want to start putting those in. And Kathy says, thank you so much. Just knowing you are all there for me and my family means the world to me. We certainly are. We're there for you every day. I don't know if I read yours, Kathy. I am ready to do and accept all the blessings that God has for me. And yes, yes, Kathy, there are many blessings that you give out in the world, Kathy Caputo, and know that those are coming right back to you for it to keep cycling. You give and you get. All right, what else do we have? Linda's words to Leo is, Leo Harley, you do make a difference every day. I can see your light from here. That's right, all the way across the country. And Leo, I have to check on your TikToks every day because I know that they spread love and light and you spread beautiful, positive messages out into the world. So thank you for what you do. And Becky says it is stormy in Michigan this morning, but there's an amazing day ahead. Yes, there is. Marietta says, of course, love tells us that giving and receiving are the same and occur in the same instant. So if we want to receive love, we give love. If we want to receive joy, we give joy. And so it is. Everything is working perfectly. Thank you for that reminder, Marietta. Us humans have this thing called linear time, and we have this thought that everything works that way. Everything has a past, a present, and a future, but it really doesn't when it comes to the spirit realm. There really is only the moment, perfect now moment. So you are so right, and thank you. Thank you for those words of wisdom to stay present, stay in the moment. And if you're giving love, you're getting love. I love that. Abby is asking, how is our Prachetta? Prachetta's doing well. She sent me a message that her blood work came back good, the ultrasound turned out clear, and she's doing good. So we're very, very happy and lifted up and encouraged by the fact that she is doing good. Jean Lorio says, in the darkness, you can really see a flame. During this dark time, you can see all the flames that are burning with love and light. Can't you see how bright it is getting? Pretty soon, there will be no more darkness. Thank you, all peacemakers. Thank you for your light and your love. Thank you, Jean. The land blessing today is at 1:00 Eastern, Deirdre. And we tested the Wi-Fi last night. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do it live. And Stacy and Linda will be with me at the land blessing. And I don't know if the children that are there are going to participate, but there's like 120 children that are there on the land every day. And the people that own the land will be present. They will be picking out the spot for the blessing where they want us to be. And I know that I can already feel the elementals. Those little fae are so ready to do another land blessing. So hopefully you all can tune in to the main land blessing today. And let's see what else we got going on. Jasmine, prayers for my health and good health for all the P family, please. We sure will. Rick Morrow, prayers for strength and wisdom and project completion. Yes, yes, Rick, we certainly will lift you up for that. And Linda says, Jean Lorio, we are each a spark of the divine. All the sparks do join together and light the way for others. We certainly do. That's wonderful words of wisdom. Oksana says, prayers for our P family to get a special ascension lift for all of us. So we believe in ourselves, our powers, our light divine, our love, our will, our divine design. Thank you, Oksana. Rochelle, prayers for my niece, Elena. She is an honor roll student. She was told that her parents make too much money for her to get financial aid. She is working while going to school to save money for college next year. Well, let's put Elena right on our prayer list. And I'm going to make sure I spell it right. Thank you, Rochelle, for bringing her to our prayer group. And Becky says, okay, milestone follower is new. Kind of makes me feel old and love it. I guess I haven't seen it yet because I haven't spent a lot of time on Facebook. I've been so immersed in the beautiful energy here in Maine where we're at and doing the things that happen on this Peace on Earth tour with land blessings. Last night I went to a full moon ceremony and just loving life. But Facebook, I know, has implemented a few changes. So I'll have to check that out. You're the second person that's mentioned it. So I guess I need to go see what that's all about. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. Thank you for being with us. And Kathy says, thank you so much, Teri. You helped me so much praying for my friend Catherine yesterday, asking all the P's to pray for her as she is in the hospital with COVID. She is on my list. And yes, praying for her morning and night. This beautiful friend. I sent some energy healing to her yesterday at the hospital. Let's all lift her up in prayers and just love on her. Love her back to health. Becky's sending many prayers for all. Pat Moss, prayers for me to accept, align, allow for my new house. Yes. And Abby says, prayers for me as I'm still adjusting to the amputation. Let's lift you up in prayer today, and I'll add you to the list. And Leo, adding to our prayers today, Bill, who just came out of a hip replacement surgery and is recovering at home. Also, my friend Drew, who's still recovering from COVID complications, and my client Ron, who's been through intense emotional distress in his relationship. Also, continue prayers for all my loved ones, and I have them on my list, Leo. I have DJ Blaze and Lakshmi. So yes, we lift up your friends and your family every day. Deirdre, prayers for all people, for Gaia and world peace, of course. And Charlie, prayers for the 320 children at Montauk School. And those 320 children will be witnessing a peace pole being placed on their school playground this coming Monday, the 25th. We're going to do that at 1:00 in the afternoon. 1:00 seems to be the time right now to do things. So on Monday, that pole is going to go in the ground for those children to be reminded every day that there is peace in the world and that it begins inside of them and then spread out from there. And then future generations of children will also see that peace pole. I'm very excited about that project. It's my first peace pole planting, and it was made possible by all of you who contributed to it, all of you who made it happen. Thank you. Thank you for spreading love and light into the world and for allowing our children to see the fruits of what you did. You brought this to them. So thank you for doing that. And Jean says, our Heavenly Father is paying attention to our children. Wonderful. Let's help. I agree, Jean. Let's help make it happen. So I have a long list of people that are in the prayer circle. I'm just going to read the names. We pray for these every day, and I want to make sure they're all placed in our prayer circle. Prachetta and her family, let's place Prachir in there as well. Billy, Sheila, Gary, James, Loretta, Joanne Hill, Joanne Castillo, Erica Hoppy, Ganya and Deirdre, Suzanne and her family, Denise Choka, Marietta and Ed, Leo Harley and his family, Lakshmi, DJ, Rick Morrow and Josie, Meg and Jim Lorio and Jean Lorio, and her husband, Ron, Catherine and her family and her 2 cats, Jean-Paul. And we've been praying for Franco, who left his physical body yesterday. And there's a celebration going on in Vermont because they know that he's not in pain and that he is starting his new adventure as a spirit being again. So let's lift up Franco's family and his friends who are left now with that missing piece in their lives of the physical presence of Franco. We lift up Mary Jane, Pam and Gordy, Rosalind, Sally and Tony, Christina, Kathy Hand and her family, Pat Moss and her family, Becky Lefave, Charlie and his family, and Charlie's getting ready to travel. So we're asking for travel prayers for him and for everything to get organized so he can get out of the house and on that plane to travel. Hope and Zena, Andrea Gregg, Annie Seven, her son Grayson, and also prayers for Regina and Adam, Cassandra, prayers for Destiny Ortega, Gail Zimmerman and her husband Nick, Jennifer Langren, her husband Micah, who just lost his father, and for her brothers Chuck and Ken, Oksana, and for Oksana's, I believe, her daughter Amber, and for her mom, Isabel, for Isabel and Lanita, Linda Lemieux, Stacy Smalllord, Karen Palmer, and all of her family, her father, her husband, her daughter, Grace Isis, and her father Edwin, Kathy Caputo, praying for you for physical healing with your eye, for Grace's friend Raymond, Rebecca and Phil, the California fires, and Karen has shared with us that the Solvang fires are out. And I'm so happy about that. But I know there are other wildfires out in California and some of the Western states. So let's remember those. Amy Fisk's sister Tracy, Luz Orsini, Jebby, Jim, and Ryan. Andrea asked us to pray for Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Joanne's daughter, Jackie, Christina's family, who's going through a lot physically right now, our friend Brookie in Vermont and the families that she lifts up every day who've suffered some losses, Jeanette and Ernie, who lost Sienna. We lift Hope's father, Winston G. Campbell, up every day. And Derek, my friend Angel with We the World, her husband Derek is going through cancer right now and chemotherapy, and they haven't been getting good reports from the doctor. So let's surround Derek and Angel, please, with our love. For Lily in Norway, Olive, who is Stacy's mom, is going through some physical challenges right now, so let's lift her up. Kathy's friend Catherine, that we mentioned, is in the hospital with COVID. And Kathy also asked prayers for baby Wyatt and baby Haven. Grace asked prayers for Darren Walker and Arthur Thompson. And the ones that you all brought to us today. And if you want to keep putting prayers in, thank you for doing that. And Deirdre says, prayers for you, Teri, as you continue on our Peace on Earth tour. Yes, yes, our journey of healing. As the Angel Mobile moves us around the country, there's healing that takes place in each place we go to. And there's land blessings that happen to connect that grid of energy across the country so that our country can feel more peace coming from underneath the earth. Tammy's asking for her friend Kelly with cancer. Let me add her to the list. Tammy, thank you. And Hope says, love you guys, internet issues. I am in and out, but with you all in spirit. Hope we're lifting you and your family up. So I hope that you heard that. All right, let's go into our hearts and remember all of this long list, just know that they are in that prayer circle. They're lifted up every morning here on the morning show. Before I go to sleep at night, I review all of that in my mind and lift up those prayers again, bringing them forward so that they're always seen and heard and acknowledged by our Creator. That's where we take the prayers to. We take them straight to the source. And I trust, I have faith, and I believe that when we speak these and when two or more are present to lift each other up, that it is seen far and wide and they are heard. Our voices are heard. Our thoughts and our hopes, our desires are heard. So let's lift each other up right now. Just go into your hearts and let's breathe in. The breath will connect us right into our heart center where we get in touch with our higher self. We get in touch with who we authentically are. We've talked about that today. We are a spark of the divine. So get in touch with that part of you that knows who you are, that knows how powerful you are, how amazing, how worthy. And then breathe out anything that's unlike love. Release anything that's not serving you. Maybe there's some doubts inside. Maybe there's fear inside of you, or anxiety, or worry. Maybe you're holding grudges. Whatever's going on, just remember what was talked about earlier. Everything is happening in this now moment. So if you're staying in the energy of low vibration, of some of those emotions that just keep pulling you down, then that's what you're receiving. But if you're ready to let that go, to go to the higher vibration, as Marietta says, going up, up, up to a higher plane, then you have to drop the lower vibration energy. And no, it is not always easy to let go. Many times we want to hold on to things because we feel justified holding on to those things. There's been a lot of hurt in these human experiences. There have been people that have said things, people that have done things. But how much do you want to hold on to that and stay in the low vibration? Or how much do you want to lift above it and go to where you know you will have peace in your heart? You will receive joy again in your heart and in your life. That's my goal, is to stay above all of that that's not working for me. Anything that is holding me back, anything weighing me down, making me feel that 3D energy, the heaviness of the human body. I want to stay above that in the high vibration. And it's a choice we make. It's not easy. It's not easy to work through those emotions. It's not easy to say goodbye to them, but it is possible. And the more we make up our mind, the more we choose to release. Maybe it's just a little bit. Maybe you've got this big string tied around some of those emotions. Just look at that right now. There may be a heavy rock that you're holding inside of anger, or a rock of disappointment, sadness. Just look at that rock and look at the rope that it's tied to inside of you. It's anchored in there. Now take that rope and release a little bit of it. You don't have to pull all of it out at one time, but release some of it and say, I let this go. I let this go with love. And the more you tug on that rope and the more you let it go a little bit at a time, it's easier to let go of the whole thing eventually. Because we're a work in progress. None of us are where we want to be. We're getting there. We're walking each other home and encouraging each other and cheering each other on. But every day is an opportunity to grow. Every day is an opportunity to be closer to that vision of how we want to live our life and what we want to do in life. So I encourage you today to pull that string out just a little bit. To say, just for today, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this part of that rope go. And I know that I will reach the bottom of it eventually. I will get there. But for today, I'm going to be gentle. I'm going to release some. And then the more I think about it and choose, I'll choose to let more of it go. It's a gentle way of cleansing, of letting go. So I encourage all of us today to look at something we can release. This full moon energy is still very prominent. It will be for the next couple of days. So it's an opportunity for you to go inside, to examine what's there that needs to come out. And maybe you want to dump all of it at one time. That's great. That's awesome. Or maybe for you, it's just pulling it out a little bit at a time and looking at it and saying goodbye to it. Whichever way you do, that's perfect for you. But know that you're not alone. Know that you are surrounded by this family that loves you, that cares and encourages you. And we all want a win. We all want you to step up in your life and choose to do whatever your heart tells you. And we're right behind you, whatever your decision is. So let's show that. Let's show that love to each other. And let's hold each other in our arms like we do every day. And every day we count down 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so very much. You're beautiful. Stay in your heart and stay blessed and stay strong. Marietta says, we are making progress on sweet dreams. We anchored down 2 heart tables and a seat and 4 cleats and hung a stern light and an electric box. And the canvas lady is coming today. We're very grateful. I am very grateful for that as well, Marietta. I can't wait to see it when I get down to Florida. And Annie's issuing a prayer. Father, please help us all go as we are holding on to things from the past and present that is holding us back. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen to Annie, thank you. And Catherine, good morning, good morning. Okay, I see your beautiful words. Thank you, I love you. And Stacy just got up. Good morning, Stacy.
Morning.
Let's get out of here with our song.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't so come on, let's play.
Let's pray together. We love you all so much. In your heart, you have choices of how this day is going to go for you.
Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time to get
together today at 1 o'clock. Join us for Namaste, y'all.